everyone, I'm Halel,
Hi, and I'm Billy Toscano.
your go-to spot for fun and learning and a little bit of self-improvement along the way.
Today, we're diving into something that's not only super interesting, but also incredibly important in our daily lives, the critical thinking. It's time to talk about how we think, or sometimes how we don't.
Now, let us define first the basics. What is critical thinking? Simply put, critical thinking is the ability to think clearly and rationally. It's about analyzing information, asking questions, and not just accepting everything at face value. Sabi nga nila, let's have the 10-second rule, where you pause and think, wait a second, does this make sense? Is this backed by evidence? Could be there another perspective?
For instance, we have read an article. Without critical thinking, you might believe it right away with no questions asked. But with critical thinking, you'd stop and ask, where does the information comes from? Is it reliable? What evidence supports this claim? That simple pause can save you from spreading false information or believing something that's just not true.
Let's face it, critical thinking is not always easy. Sometimes we just go with the flow, react emotionally, or believe what we want to believe because it is convenient. And today, we are going to react and review the videos that show what happens when people don't use critical thinking. So stick around as we break this down and we'll share some tips on how can we sharpen our own critical thinking skills. Let's go.
Basic naman, pero good siya.
Now, let's watch the first video.
Basic naman, pero good siya.
Okay, so he answered right away through our phones. Hindi niya binasa yung instruction na CRWT. So, I think madaming makarelate or maraming nabiktima ng mga students dito. For instance, when we are answering for a quiz, we are feeling pretty confident kasi we know the material and alam natin yung isasagot natin. And when the quiz came, hindi natin binasa yung instructions and we start to answer right away. But here's the thing, sometimes the emotions can get in the way. And that's where the critical thinking comes in. Critical thinking is like having a coach in your head, reminding you to pause, analyze, and think before you act. Critical thinking helps us make better decisions by carefully considering information when it comes to not reading instructions bago tayo mag-quiz. Using critical thinking means that realizing skipping instructions can lead to mistakes, gaya nung ginawa niya. So, through critical thinking, reading instructions helps us understand what is expected, to avoid confusion, and improve our performance. So, ayun na, critical thinking helps us make smarter choices. Instead of answering right away, we ask ourselves, wait, pinasa ko ba yung instructions? Mali ba to? True or false pa talaga yung ilalagay? So, let critical thinking be our pilot. Sabi nga ng mga professor, dapat laging may presence of mind. Before we answer questions, take a breath, read carefully, and think it through. Because sometimes, it's not about how smart we are. It's about how wisely we use what we know.
Hoy, alam mo ba? Tapos ko na yung term paper natin.
Oh, Ang bilis naman. Anong ginawa mo?
Eh di CRWT ko lang. Ganun na lang di gawin mo kung ako sa'yo.
Ha? Legit ba yan? Baka naman ma-detect ni mom yan. Masiro pa tayo.
Hindi yan. Ang dami-daming gumagamit sa atin yan. Tapos di naman yan babasahin ni ma'am. Ang dami-dami.
Ay, bahala ka dyan. Okay na mahirapan basta di ako zero.
Eto, super relevant nito today, ang paggamit ng AI. For me, it's better not to rely on AI for schoolwork because doing your work yourself helps you learn and understand the material. Using AI can make your work unoriginal, which might be seen as cheating. Also, AI sometimes gives wrong information which could hurt your grades. Most importantly, doing your own work helps you develop important skills like critical thinking and problem solving, which are key for your future. When we're working on an essay or doing homework and maybe research, we ask an AI and we got an answer in seconds. Ang galing, di ba? But the thing is, we search for information and the answer that will pop up, pinaniniwalaan agad natin. That's where critical thinking comes in. Before we accept any new information as 100% true, we need to ask ourselves, wait, does this actually make sense? Where is this coming from? Can I verify it from another source? The AI, no matter how advanced it is, not perfect. Maybe the data is outdated, biased, or just plain it's wrong. If we don't stop and check, we could up using bad information and no one wants that, right? To avoid moments like that, critical thinking is our best friend. Double check the facts, cross-reference with trusted source, and don't be afraid to question the AI. AI is helpful tool, but we are the one in charge. But it's best to use it to assist your learning, not to replace it. And it's our obligation to make sure that the information we use is accurate and reliable. So the next time we use AI, don't copy and paste. Take a moment to think critical, dig deeper, at dapat legit.
Ala, ang cute naman nun. Meron nun sa Shopee, mura lang. Bili tayo. Sige, check out na natin. Ayan. O, di ba? Sabi sa'yo, maganda, di ba?
Let's watch our third video.
Ala, ang cute naman nun. Meron nun sa Shopee, mura lang. Bili tayo. Sige, check out na natin. Ayan. O, di ba? Sabi sa'yo, maganda, di ba?
So, ayun, the third video is about impulsive buyer or mabilis mabudol. I think this is something that we've all been guilty of. Makakita tayo ng cute, then falling in love with it instantly, and hitting add to cart without thinking twice. Kaya dito, critical thinking ang best friend natin, hindi yung best friend nating nambubudol. Nakita lang niya na cute yung plebotong ni Kit. Tapos, minsan, makakita pa natin na naka-sale. So, bibilin natin without hesitation. But, wait, what if it's not? Hindi pa nga siya nagbabasa ng reviews. Tapos, bibili niya na agad. And that's when the critical thinking became your best friend. When it comes to being an impulsive buyer, critical thinking helps you pause and think before making a purchase that, helps us make smarter choices in life. Sabi natin kanina, let's pause and analyze before we act. So instead, we ask, okay, cute nga siya. But, ano kaya yung natanggap ng ibang buyer? Is it really a good quality? Does it look the same in person? Is it worth the price? Kasi, if we don't use critical thinking, we could end up with a phlebotomy kit that's three sizes smaller, or sa may mga reviews na it came broken or this is not what I ordered. That's why we should not skip reviews. But sometimes we avoid checking reviews because we don't want to know the truth. We're so happy with the idea na cute siya, tapos naka-sale, kaya we ignore the red flags. But let's face it, a little scroll through reviews and research now saves you from disappointment and of course wasting your money. So before we click that buy now, remember your best friend, critical thinking.
In conclusion, critical thinking helps us make better decisions in many areas of life, whether it's reading instructions, using AI for works, or managing impulsive buying by taking the time to pause, reflect, and assess. We can avoid mistakes, learn more effectively, and make smarter choices that lead to better outcomes. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys.